Hello.
Camera should be rolling. God damn it, I gotta get up and check anyway. Me really is the problem. Yeah, we're rolling. We're rolling. Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Pelican Jack podcast with me, Devin Watkins, and this man next to me, Alex Ortiz.
Alex Ortiz, how y'all doing today?
Yeah, not gonna get an answer from them, but we hope you're doing good. I'm doing all right. How are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Got the day off. Just came in here, see what's going on.
Day off, yeah.
Hey, your Packers had a big win over the Cowboys last weekend, didn't they?
I don't know. I haven't watched any football at all.
Yeah, they beat the Cowboys. What was it? 34-24, I think. It's a good game. Good game.
Nice.
Look good.
I mean, I enjoy that they won. I just haven't watched or paid any attention or really cared.
You haven't? Wow, you're completely out the loop, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of done with the NFL. I'm gonna be honest with you. At least for right now.
Why you done with the
Most
NFL?
sports in general, like even basketball, is the worst. I think it's just like
it's the worst.
The whole season is about like even when there's not basketball being played, it's all about basketball. Like, oh, did you see who's living together? This is headline news.
Hey, man, everyone wants to know. People want to know. Inquiring minds. Content.
They didn't know that they wanted to know before they started telling us.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a two-way street. They're telling us what we want to know. And sometimes they're telling us.
Motherfuckers. That's what they is.
Okay. I definitely see that.
But I still enjoy the NHL. I like hockey.
I don't know.
I don't watch it, but
I don't even know
I
what
like
hockey
it.
season is.
It's right now. Hockey
Hockey's
season, it usually coincides with like football and basketball season. It starts like late September, early October, and then it ends usually like in April. April in the D, I always remember they had these commercials. April in the D. Your Detroit Tigers, your Pistons, and your Red Wings all together in one day. No, yeah, because they're wrapping up basketball season, they're wrapping up hockey season, and they're starting baseball season in April. So that's how I always remember that.
In April?
Yeah.
But right now is baseball season going on?
What time of year is it? October? Yeah. They're in the playoffs right now.
I'm completely out of the loop, I think.
Playoffs?
Oh, that is a classic. Can we pull that up? Let's see if we can pull it up. I haven't seen that clip in a minute.
We probably can't have that audio on here. Well, I guess we're not monetized anyway, so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start off by saying this. Do not blame that game on the defense, okay? I don't care who you play, whether it's a high school team, a junior college team,
Hey, this is a full minute.
college team. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. You can't turn the ball over 5 times. It's pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Oh, that's tough.
I just want to win a game. Yep. Coach for the Colts.
Yeah, you got to be under super stress to even be responding like that in public. I could see going like that in the locker room, but definitely in public, that is pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, he just seemed like he's so shocked by the question. Like, how dare you fucking ask about the playoffs? Are you watching? We're not winning games. Playoffs?
Yeah. But media's always trying to find a little angle, a little line. He was just like, nah, not having it, not having it. These are people too that we're dealing with, so you get a little emotional when some stupid shit happens like that. So I could definitely see.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. For whatever reason, like when you're on the other side of a lens and people are watching you, you're all of a sudden held up to the standard where like you cannot make mistakes. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, what happens if someone puts a camera on you? Like, you make mistakes all the goddamn time. Trust me, I'm fucking living with, hundreds of thousands of you, so. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I mean, I get some things, like, you can't just be acting like a goddamn fool. Unless that's why people are tuning in and giving you money. Mm-hmm. Which happens a lot, I suppose. But
they get paid quite a bit. They get paid to do the press, too. But still got a job to do. Anyway, so you're not even keeping up with... Have you been keeping up with fighting? You see Stylebender?
Yeah, I do keep up. I watched the end of that fight. I didn't pay for the pay-per-view, but... yeah, I saw him knock his ass out.
So Stylebender is now... He's, like, up there with one of the best ever. One of the best.
Well, we'll see him keep, knocking these guys out. Definitely. See what happens with this John Jones fight. And
I think he's got one or two more before he fights John Jones, but they're only like one weight class apart.
They were just talking about it. John Jones called him a fucking nerd on Twitter.
Oh yeah, John Jones, he got proud. He wasn't even that funny though with you could tell he was like, it was like an insecure jab.
Oh yeah. John Jones definitely has his own thing going on.
It wasn't like his normal confidence.
How can you not just sit there and handle being the best? Mm-hmm. You just like, I gotta fuck this up.
I don't know. I think Stylebender could possibly take him, to be honest. I mean, if you saw the end of that fight, like, that shit was like in slow motion for him.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Anderson Silva. Yeah, in his prime.
Yeah, for sure.
Or he's just like in the Matrix.
And yeah, I think he could take out Jones. I mean, he's already dominated the best in his weight classes. I mean, so he's up there right now. That's a big money fight too. Big money fight.
And they are all about the money.
Yeah. When was the last time John Jones fought?
It was a little bit ago. I think he got in some more trouble.
I think they had to move the fight. I think it was like Vegas.
Oh, yeah, I remember that like bullshit. They wouldn't do that for anybody else. That was like on a week's notice. Mm-hmm. They're like, hey, I know you all have flights here and accommodations here. You're going to have to figure that shit out.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was pretty crazy. How much money do you think they lost for having to move it? Because there's got to be people that like.
I mean, the fact that they did it, I don't think that they really lost any money. Mm-hmm. Or you know what? If they at least didn't lose as much as not having the fight. So.
Yeah, very true, very true. Because they still probably had to pay for the venue.
I think they still did all right.
They probably had to pay for.
I think they still did all right.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everybody. That was a must-see fight, John Jones. You gotta watch that. So.
Anybody that refunded their ticket opened up for somebody that was in town to buy one, or anywhere else really.
I don't think it set records though. This last one.
No.
I don't think it set records there.
It's hard to just keep fucking setting record after record after record. Like,
no.
Like it's just not as special as it is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like a record is fucking. You did this better than anyone else ever has while they were being watched. Mm-hmm. So that's incredible. And like just for businesses and just, anybody really to always expect like, oh shit, this one's going to break the record that we set a week ago.
That Mayweather-McGregor was crazy.
Yeah. Those two are like, that's how they made their money, is by hyping fights.
Your axe. It was a better fight than I thought it was going to be, actually. McGregor did more than I thought he would.
Yeah, he did more than anyone gave him credit for. Like, he fucking put it on him, but he just... 12 rounds is a long time, man.
Yeah.
Mayweather is the best boxer ever, arguably, and Conor McGregor is a mixed martial arts fighter.
Yeah, he used a lot of energy in those first few
He
rounds.
didn't have any professional boxing under his belt. He did some amateur boxing, so it's not like he just never did it before. But he's used to different length, different rules.
Stylebender versus Canelo.
Stylebender versus Canelo.
Stylebender has some amateur boxing fights under his belt already too.
It's just not. I would say if they want to kickbox, if he wants to go fight a kickboxer, that would make more sense than going to fight a boxer. Because boxers, all they have is their hands and their footwork. So their hands and their footwork is going to be at a fucking level that's up here, where you don't necessarily have to have that to fight MMA, because there's so many different facets. You could, you could be a great kickboxer. You could be a good boxer, but you're probably not going to be the best boxer if you're not.
He's got like
Just
nine
boxing.
boxing fights. So, I mean, he understands that arena a lot better than just like someone who's
He
only
could
done
probably
MMA.
do about the same thing that McGregor did, I would imagine. And
Possibly.
Canelo would probably fucking handle him.
But Stylebender's style already lends himself more to a more defensive style that would play better into the hands of boxing. Although that lean, though, if they time up that lean back, you're stuck. Once you already lean back, you can't do anything else from there.
Well, I mean, Mayweather uses that too. That pull jab, just fucking bop, and then come right back with a straight. And
Oof, I don't know if he's got that Mayweather agility, though. He's a god.
yeah, Mayweather made a career of just making people look like dummies.
Billions. Did he make billions?
Probably, yeah. He's got a shit ton of money.
He's the biggest boxing draw for sure. Boxing draw.
Yeah.
Boxing's got a heavy Latino following as well too. There's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Puerto Ricans, Mexicans.
Mexicans especially. Yeah. Boxing is real big.
I know a lot of Asians that are into boxing. So, boxing got a lot of draw that MMA quite doesn't have solidified yet. Anyway.
Yeah, there's fewer MMA leagues.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a few more now, but boxing is just like you got to win 4 heavyweight titles before you're considered a real champion. It's like, what the fuck? Whereas in MMA, it's like, okay, if you're the best in the UFC, you're probably the best.
Yeah. The other ones they're coming up a little bit though.
Yeah, 1FC a little bit, the PFL.
Mm-hmm. They're getting some kind of older, but they're starting to pull some better guys, especially with the UFC and the Reebok contracts. Like these fighters want to get paid too, so that's helping bring some people over.
Yeah,
to these other leagues as well.
Hey, you can have advertising here if you fucking want. You don't have to wear fucking Reeboks.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a decent draw, and those other leagues do have some really good fighters that, granted, did come from the UFC, but that's how you know.
Yeah, I bet you they start pulling people straight to there. I bet you
And they didn't get Mighty Mouse like when he was on the bottom. He fucking beat everybody in the UFC, and then they traded for Ben Askren because everyone wanted to see what he was about. He's supposed to be the fucking truth, and then he got sized up real quick in his last fight.
Yeah, got hurt. He got
Masvidal just fucking flying knee right into the dome, lights out.
He's a monster.
He had his number.
Absolute monster. So anything interesting happened with you this week? Anything interesting going on?
Yeah, we got some Harry Potter thing going on at work. That's pretty fun. The whole month. Different Harry Potter themed things. We got sorted into houses.
Mm-hmm. And you're working on music right now too, right?
I am, yeah. I've got just started working on a demo, so we'll see how many weeks and weeks and weeks that takes me to complete. I've got probably about 14 tracks I want to record right now, and we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, 14. So you got basically a whole album ready to go. Just need to record it. You got the content though, at least what you want, right?
I have enough material to fill one.
Okay.
I don't know if I have enough material that
probably make
that
like
I
an
would
EP
want to put on
with
one.
like 7 or 8.
Yeah,
That'll be dope.
possibly. It could just be like a four song demo.
Okay.
once we get to the end of it. I mean, I'll probably do that, and then I'll probably have those songs
Okay.
on an EP.
Rock star
But
over
I'm
here.
just gonna try to release it myself, or if someone wants to whisper sweet nothings in my ear, I'm open to it.
You just got to get it done and get it out there, man. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I'm thinking just keeping it open, maybe like a pay what you want type of deal. So you could get it for free if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to just get content out there, is just make it free, and then if they want to see you, they'll fucking buy.
Yeah, that's when you're gonna
they'll buy
make
your
money.
T-shirts. They'll buy tickets to see you wherever you're at.
Yep. Get some merch, some good looking merch. Get some nice artwork on some T-shirts. A lot of people that go see rock shows like wristbands, stuff like that. Y'all make some money at the shows in no time. Just got to get out there.
You just gotta get out
I
there.
know a lot of people. Athens is a decent little indie scene. You can
Oh,
get
for
started
sure, yeah.
And head to Atlanta right there. Atlanta's right there as well.
I'll be here at least another 3 years, so just get working.
You got to keep grinding, man. I'm doing the same thing right now. Probably, I'm gonna do some stand up next week.
Nice.
My hours are crazy at work this week, but I'm gonna get some open mics in next week. So we'll see how that goes. Working on material. I got about 10 minutes, trying to get about 15 minutes of material.
10 minutes is a solid start for sure.
I don't know if it's 10 minutes of good material. That's what.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
So
you almost have to expect it not to be.
yeah. I probably
But
will still
you can
trim
go
a
out there
little
and
bit of it
see
down.
if any parts of it work, if it's all garbage, if maybe the material's not garbage, maybe you just had a weird presence on stage. Are you gonna record yourself at all?
I don't have any plans to do it yet, but that's definitely something I need. Or I'll probably just do an audio recording on my phone,
Yeah, you could do that.
and then I can listen. Then I could just listen to it back on the my way home. See and start reviewing, go over it. But it's got me nervous. But it's my first time. I just got to get up there though, and I've been listening to all these other pros, professional comedians, and they're always just like, you're gonna suck at first. So
Yeah.
that's the hard part, getting over the ego of
That's what they
sucking.
say.
So
Yeah, I've wanted to do it myself, but I just can't really bring myself to. Oh, Jesus. Can't really bring myself to try it out yet.
yeah, I just gotta do it. I just gotta go, even if I'm not ready. Just go and just go out there and do something, and just start practicing. Might only be 5 or 10 minutes, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. I think there's a couple spots in Athens that do some open mics,
Yeah, there are.
like Hendershots and whatnot, and then I'll start seeing what's going on in the Gwinnett and Atlanta area as well. I'll start hitting up there. I'll probably have to do something like be a door guy or something for a while, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. If there's like an actual comedy club around here, or if we gotta go to Atlanta.
I think so. There's got to be some sort of scene in Atlanta, huh?
Yeah, you would think so, yeah. Especially with as many comics and actors as there are.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, for sure. Atlanta's definitely...
Atlanta's weird, though. I mean, we went for my bachelor party, and they fucking shut down at like 10, 11 o'clock on a Thursday night. It's like, what? There's
That was
one
crazy.
karaoke restaurant open, and it was fucking massive, just filled with drunks. We ate on the second floor.
That was crazy. That food was straight.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah. That food was straight.
Alright, what do we got here? What you looking at?
I'm trying to look up the Atlanta, what comedy clubs are in Atlanta. Oh, yeah, they got a Punchline
Okay.
and a Laughing Skull Lounge, too.
Oh, I think I've heard people talk about that one.
And they got an improv... Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so they got things going on.
They definitely got a couple clubs. I can start hitting up. I have to do that. I gotta figure out that schedule for that open mic schedule. I'll get on that this week. For sure. Get in something next week. It's gonna be fun though. Grinding. You're grinding for yours, grinding for mine. Out here, ready to get it.
Trying to make it happen. That's all you can do. You never know until you put yourself out there, put your best foot forward, and give it a shot. That's what we're doing now. Hopefully it works. Hopefully you guys enjoy this little playful banter between just regular dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And
I wish I would have done this sooner, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like much sooner, like 10 years ago sooner.
The soonest you can do it is when you start.
But it's all good. It's all good. Still having to work too, though. That's what makes it tough. But that's what I'm saying. You just got to be driven. You just got to go for it. Gotta hit it every day.
It doesn't take that long, and the hardest part is starting. So anything you want to do, really, anything you have the means to do that you wanted to do, you just haven't done it. If you're anything like me, you just gotta fucking start. You just gotta sit down and start. And you find that sooner or later you spent hours on it, and that's something you really enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Yo, have you seen Joker yet?
I have not.
Yo,
and I have avoided hearing people talk about it so far.
I haven't seen it yet, but everyone that I've heard talk about it is like saying that it is like an absolute work of art. Oh. Like not just a movie, but a film like art piece.
I heard it was
Joaquin Phoenix murdered it, apparently.
Taxi Driver.
Yeah, the taxi driver of our generation. What?
I heard it was like the same movie, but without. I don't know. Maybe it was out with De Niro.
De Niro is in this as well.
Is he?
Yeah, he plays a character in this too. So it's almost like an homage to it. Like they knew.
I don't know. I don't fucking know what I heard, but it was on Tiger Belly Podcast, so check that out. George didn't like it.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, I might go see it. What time is it? I might go see that today.
But I've wanted to see it, so.
Ooh, apparently he is almost scary at some point, so.
Oh, yeah, I believe that. Scary character, or definitely has the capacity to be.
Mm-hmm.
And Joaquin Phoenix, I mean, if you've seen a Joaquin Phoenix movie, then you know what we're talking about. The guy can act.
Ridiculously good. He gets into these characters. Probably
he was a good.
You think he's better than Leo?
Cash.
You think he's better than Leo though? Think he's better than Leo though?
Leo? I don't know. I mean, they're different actors.
Leo's gotten snubbed a few times out of Oscars.
I would probably compare him more to Gary Oldman or help me out here. My boy. I've abandoned my boy. My name is Daniel Plainview. This is my boy, J.R. Plainview. Daniel Day-Lewis.
What movie was that?
There Will Be Blood.
Oh.
I'm an oil man.
I don't know if I've seen that. I'm going to have to check that out.
I like to consider myself an oil man.
Have you seen the new Chappelle special and Burr special?
Yeah, I've seen both of those. I just watched the new Dion Cole special last night.
Dude, both of those specials are amazing. I did find myself getting distracted during the Burr special at one point there in the middle, but most specials I only listen to for like 15 minutes and then I turn them off, to be honest.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of specials that I really enjoy anymore. I like the Chappelle specials. I don't think they're always that funny, but he's always got like something of substance to say.
Yeah, he's excellent storyteller. It's not like just like jokes and punchlines. He's bringing you into a hotel. He's setting the stage.
I really like Segura's stand-up.
His is good too. Burt's are funny, but there's like some British ones.
I like James Acaster. He's pretty good. He put out like 4. What were they called? Fuck, I can't remember the name of the special. But there was like 4 that were all together.
There was a couple out there that were a little cheesy. I don't want to say any names or whatever, like I'm hating on them, but there was a couple that they were just okay, and I just lost interest. I'm like, I'll just turn it. So I listened to like 10 or 15 minutes.
It's just more accessible now. Like you used to like have to be the fucking man to get a special out. Like
There is a ton out there right now.
you know, Pryor and Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock, like guys like that, Kinnison and Hicks.
Yeah,
And
back when a special
Harlan.
was special, like it was an event. Like when these guys came out with a special, like everybody saw that shit and then talked about it.
And then Carlin started putting them out like year after year, and
On
Louis started
HBO?
putting them out like that too, and it just started taking off. Netflix came around, and things started getting a lot more accessible. They decided that, hey, you know, a fuck ton of people like stand-up comedy. We're gonna start producing some, and I'm glad they did because it lets you see a whole lot more comedy.
For sure. There's a lot of good ones out there. Ali Wong's good.
Yeah,
But she's
my wife
another one.
likes her.
I can't go the full hour. I go like 20, 30 minutes, and then I'm good. Which is more than like the 10 or 15-minute ones, but
I usually sit there and watch them all.
I
I
can't.
sometimes get distracted, but
Brian Callen's was good. We watched all of his.
yeah, his was all right for me. I don't
was
think it was bad, but it was like one of those, like, I don't know if I would make this a special. I really like Mulaney.
Jeff Dunham's came out. It's
Jeff
a little
Dunham.
cheesy for me. I can't do it.
Yeah, I watched him when he was like
But it's good.
blowing
It's
up
good
around like
for that comedy, for his lane. It's good. You know what I'm saying? That's just, there's different genres of comedy, and that's
sure.
just like that's not one of my favorite
Yeah,
genres. But
yeah.
I respect that he is good.
it's like comedy for
in
your
his,
dad.
his genre. Yeah. So it is what it is with that.
But yeah, I mean he's doing it and I'm not, so I can't really.
You can still have your opinions on, you listen to different genres of music and whatnot too. You can still have your opinions, or still respect that somebody's good in
Right.
their lane, but just not be, your thing.
Yeah, it's just not my thing.
Some people aren't into that dark stuff. Some people don't like Dave Chappelle. So it is what
Yeah.
it is.
I feel you.
He got a lot of woke people upset with his trans
I
joke.
mean, I heard that, but then like I didn't really hear anybody in real life talking about it. So
No one in real life, only like woke vloggers were upset.
yeah, we're what's happening is we're on the other side of this swing. So as hard as we went, like you can't fucking say this because you might offend somebody in their own head, and it's like
It's comedy.
don't tell me what the fuck to say.
Yeah.
Either don't listen to it, don't be around to hear it, or don't pay attention to it.
What's free speech if a comedian can't even say whatever he wants to
Yeah.
say? And
And
they're
I give
supposed
the
to say
comedians
wild,
the credit
outrageous things
for,
and test the boundaries. If they can't say it, then you don't have freedom of speech. So I definitely like that these big names are out there still pushing the envelope, testing the edge, and still willing to
Yeah,
take
'cause
whatever criticism
for a
comes
minute
back.
they're getting in trouble for shit that they really shouldn't get in trouble for. Mm-hmm. Quit being so goddamn sensitive. If you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Yeah, it's like they don't even like that, and then they still go listen to it and then complain about it. Like it makes no sense. Like they already
you
knew
can't
they weren't
control
gonna like
the whole
that style
world.
of comedy.
Like, the world isn't what you want it. The world is what it is. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have some real issues with that fact. Like if you don't just understand that it's never going to be what you want it. You can work to make it more like that. Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
a good thing. I try to be the change that you want to see in the world. I try to live by that, at least to an extent.
Dude, the comedy, that the dark side
just
is
never
what
gonna
makes
be
you
that.
laugh. I mean, you got to push the
Yeah,
envelope.
if
to
it's
say something
funny, it's fucking
controversial.
funny. Like,
Look
you
at that,
can't
controversial.
always just fucking think
Right when
about
you're
the
laughing with your
victim.
friends and stuff, somebody saying something like dark or ridiculous, that's shit you be just like rolling over laughing about. Like, oh shit, that was fucked up, but it was funny.
Yeah, if it's funny, it's funny. Mm-hmm. Don't tell me it's not funny when I'm over here laughing about it.
Yeah, sometimes Nazi jokes are funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. But that's the thing, you just have to be funny. But they're getting mad just because a joke's not funny. But you should still be allowed to, you got to try it out at some point. You got to test it out. and see if it is funny. And sometimes there might be funny in there. You just, the way you did it was not in an unfunny way. So there's gonna be that period that there's gonna be just things that don't hit and just be not funny. For sure. So these people just.
Yep. Fucking assholes. But, what are you gonna do? They're allowed to be assholes too. I'm just also
True.
allowed to vocalize my distaste for them.
Exactly.
That's all we're doing.
But these people that are complaining, they're like just the few. They're on the fringe, but they're just the loudest ones. It's not as big as it really seems, though.
Yeah, people are just tuning that frequency out these days, I think. Like, okay, I know that noise. And then it just fades into the background.
Yep.
Get fucked.
When is Rob coming back?
I don't know, man. I don't think he's like coming back.
Well, not coming back permanently, but he should be coming back down for a visit pretty
Yeah.
soon. I think.
Oh, I think he said something about Thanksgiving.
I thought so too.
Motherfucker owes me a call. I'm gonna call him after this.
You should plan to do some recording during that time.
I don't know if he's practiced. And I also don't have the equipment to record drums.
You would have to go somewhere like Nucci Space or something, huh?
Yeah, we could. It's only like $10 an hour to do that.
You could record there too?
He would want his kit. They have a recording studio that they just built into the space now.
Oh, nice,
With
yeah.
extra offices for Bob, who runs it, and Leslie, who does the counseling advocacy over there. Nucci Space, he used to work there. It's Nucci Phillips Memorial Foundation. Guy here in Athens, UGA student, was away from family, having a hard time, as a lot of people do, especially people in the music community, which there's a big one here in Athens, Georgia. And he took his own life, and they started this foundation for them. It's a practice space for musicians. It's also just a place to hang out for anybody who wants to come in there. They got, they got food, they got drinks. Sometimes they'll have the games on.
Oh, yeah, I did forget they have drinks there. That's wild. It doesn't seem like a place that would have drinks, but...
They have support groups that meet there. I think there's a... Fuck, I forget which... I don't want to say Athens for everyone, but there's some Athens group planning committee that maybe it's AthFest planning committee that meets there. There's Alcoholics Anonymous. There's
yeah.
If
I've been to a few
if
of
someone's
those.
beating you, I think there's a support group for that. I'm pretty sure Dudes Helping Dudes meets there as well. I know that guy, Stephen Kramer. He's a nice man with a cute dog. And
Have you imagined yourself like at the top in the mainstream?
in the mainstream music or entertainment?
For your music. Have you even had that thought yet?
No. No.
Oh, I've thought about it as a possibility, or not as a possibility, but like it is a thing that could happen. That's how the people who are in the mainstream, they grinded to get it, and they were just regular people, just like anybody else. Not saying that it will happen just because I thought about it, but I do try to think about it as a possibility, so I don't sell myself short either.
Yeah.
As well. So yeah, that's something you start thinking about. Like, okay, this could do this, and like think about the steps that it would take. Like, okay, so that way you can kind of have like a little roadmap of how things are gonna go, so you'll already know when it starts happening what to do. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna need to spend more time doing this. I'm gonna do this. I gotta be able to travel, and then when it gets rolling, where you have to quit your job. That's the goal, right? You know what I'm saying? To be able to do what you want to do and quit your day job.
Working is the big thing. I mean, I like to work, but I just can't see myself doing the same thing anywhere. At least not without furthering my education and getting into the field I want to get into or doing something in entertainment. Both things that I'm passionate about. So
Yeah, exactly.
whether
But
it's music or comedy or acting.
just like work, you got to put in at least 40 hours into the passion for it to be financially viable. That's at least, and probably more
Yeah.
for it to be, especially for entertainment, especially the type of entertainment that we're both doing as well. I mean, definitely acting. You got to take acting classes and stuff, but you're just getting roles and doing it. I guess it's pretty much the same thing. Start small, get some small roles, get some experience. Classes. There's not really classes for comedy though.
No, and there shouldn't be really.
So there's no, it's not that they're not really, there is no class for comedy. Really, people have tried to write books, but they're all bullshit. Comedy's like the one thing you just can't teach. You just have to do. And like I said, the pros, like you just gotta suck for a while.
Yeah, which sucks. It's uncomfortable. I generally avoid being uncomfortable if I can. But how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
How bad do you want it?
There's not really I mean, you can take class to learn instruments, but there's no class on like being like creative.
Yeah. I mean, they can't make you practice either, so it's up to you how much you want to learn.
But you could be really good at playing guitar, just only playing other people's stuff, you know?
Yeah. I'm not a great guitar player, but I can write my own music, so I think that's something that a lot of people can't do.
Exactly,
And,
exactly.
The structures of my songs, I'm pretty proud of. I think that they all like sound like a song.
They really do. Like, I've been impressed with I really do like some of y'all's music, man, for sure.
Yeah, so that's one thing.
That's what I was trying to get you to push y'all to keep going. To
Yeah.
keep going. But I think at some point, some people got like imposter syndrome. They felt like it just couldn't be a thing. So they're like, we're going to focus on our day job.
I mean, I'm definitely guilty of that too. Like, oh man, I feel like because it's your whole life. That's never one of the real jobs that you can do. Like, you can be anything.
Right.
You can't be that though. People don't.
Everyone
really do
talks
that.
about it.
But there are people
most do
doing it, so somebody's got to do it. And Why not
Exactly.
me? That's what I want to do. It's what I'm.
But yeah, I get that same anxiety too. Like, who am I? Who do I think I am? There's no way I'm going to freaking make it doing comedy or doing podcasting or anything like that. I get that anxiety sometimes too, but just got to get over that.
Yeah.
Everyone gets
Keep
that.
doing it. See what happens. If it doesn't work, then at least you tried. You don't have to live with what if. You just have to live with, okay, well, I'm not good at that. Can't be good at everything.
But people can apply that to any passion as well, whether you like fucking making knives or doing whatever.
Yeah.
You get good enough and put in the time at it, you could find a way to monetize what you enjoy doing.
Especially knife making. You could sell those bitches if they're cool.
Yeah, knife making. There's tons of people that would want like the artisanship,
Fucking
the handmade.
buy up your stock. Motherfucker loves some weapons.
But it could be anything. You like doing makeup tutorials. You could probably, even though there's a ton of girls out there doing that, they can probably find a little niche and get some followers and monetize it at least partially to supplement an income. Like, or maybe you only got to work like 20 hours a week at a day job. Just work part time somewhere and make enough with doing what you want to cover the rest. Definitely want to be just trying to figure out a way to get a majority of your time doing what you want. It's your life, you know. It's your life.
Yeah, man.
For sure. Oh, dead sound.
What time are we at?
We are about.
I'm finding myself
35,
spacing
40.
out here.
Yeah, me too. Let's go ahead and pause it for a minute.
What,
Let's go ahead and pause it for a minute.
Okay. We can do that.
Because we already got a little spot there. That's a good time to pause it. We'll see.
Oh, I got it.
Ooh.
Just hit the space bar. Okay. Audio is rolling again. And video is rolling.
All right. We're back. I had to fucking take
We are
a
back.
leak. So I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and pause. We had a little dose, but we're back in here.
We are back in this. Yeah, so.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Yeah,
but anyway, what music you been listening to lately, man?
I've been going back and listening to a lot of the older stuff that, like, I always hear about. So, for instance, listen to the Beatles. Obviously, I'm a Beatles fan. I've heard a lot of the Beatles songs, but I'd never listened to any Beatles record front to back. So I went through and I listened to their entire discography, and I do that kind of like, I'll do one band's album, and then I'll do another band. So I'm listening to probably 5 or 6 bands at a time.
Okay.
And just listening to an album like roulette style almost.
Okay. My middle school, I was in choir class, and my teacher, dang, I can't remember what his name was right now. I need to look that up. I think I've got my middle school yearbook. But anyway, he looked like a Beatle. He had like the same haircut and everything, and we sang a bunch of Beatles songs in there too. So that I got a good working knowledge of a bunch of Beatles songs. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty fun now.
I had a 5th grade teacher, Ms. Renee. I remember. I don't remember getting a 5th grade education, but what I do remember is she crocheted me a green scarf. She did a lot of crocheting in class.
In class?
In class, like during recess and probably before class, and hopefully not.
Oh dang! So she
maybe
loved
sometimes.
you kids. Dang, you had a good ass teacher.
And she taught us a little bit of German. Just like a tiny bit, like good morning.
Maybe she was a sleeper cell, bro. Maybe she was a Nazi sleeper.
And I heard years later from a fellow classmate that like she was a booze hound too.
Ooh, dude. So maybe her double identity was weighing heavy on her.
Maybe like she had some in the classroom.
Do you remember what type of words she taught you? Was it anything like Sieg Heil?
No.
Hail.
Guten Tag and Guten Morgen.
Hail Hitler. She could have been the sleeper cell planting that seed, subliminal messaging, y'all. You never know.
What else? Yeah, she played records in 5th grade. The Beatles, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, James Taylor.
Oh, okay. She was cultured.
Yeah, I mean, she was kind of an older lady then.
How old did she look? Good for an old lady?
She had
did
black
she look
hair.
like?
She looked like she was probably of native descent.
Did she look like she used to be fuckable? Like she old, but you could be like, there's something that they get old, you could tell like 18, yeah, because there's some that be like old, but you could tell like, oh yeah, you used to be banging, okay. Sometimes you give them the pass just because.
Yeah, she was an interesting lady, but I remember liking her for the most part.
I had mostly decent teachers as well. I didn't have too many issues. Most of the issues I did have with teachers was me being just class clown bullshit and getting kicked out of class for I set records for getting kicked out of class. I got kicked out of class in like 30 seconds one time. I had a record and it was like caught her on a day. She just wasn't having it. She was just, get out of here. Go. 30 seconds. I was like, man. And then I didn't even go to she sent me to the principal's office. I didn't even go to the principal's office. I went to Mrs. Tepper's Spanish class and I just sat down in there. Because Mrs. Tepper was like pretty chill. She didn't really give a fuck. So I was like, fuck, I'll just go over there. But apparently Mrs. Tepper, after class, she went and found the math teacher, Mrs. Kennedy, and told her what was up. So I was just walking in the hallway thinking everything was cool. Mrs. Kennedy came and I'm pretty sure from what I heard, she liked the booze too. So I wonder if this is a little theme with teachers. But she had that alcoholic red face anyway. So she was like... She was kind of, I think she was Irish for sure too. But so she was already susceptible to being a little red. But then she did hit the booze. So she was like, get out of here. You were supposed to go to the principal's office. Go right now. blah, blah, blah. So I went to the principal's office, and I played on the football team, and he was a football coach before he was the principal. Like, I had played with him, like, my freshman year and stuff. So he's like, well, yeah, I go. Well, he didn't really care, but he's like, I gotta give you the attention. Shit like that. It was like one of those things.
One of those, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got detention one time. It was probably one of those situations. It was probably like tardies or something. That really weren't my fault.
I
was a
almost
good
didn't
kid.
graduate. I had so many Saturdays stacked up at the end of the year.
Ooh, Matt Pear was like that.
I didn't have an exorbitant amount more, but I had more Saturday detention hours than there were like Saturday sessions left before the end of the school year. But they're like, if you just go to these next two, we'll go ahead and let you graduate. I was like, hell, because that would have been wild if they just like didn't let me graduate high school for like 4 hours of Saturday detention, or maybe it was 8, something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I did end up graduating. It was pretty cool. Graduation was outside in the middle of the football field. It was hot as fuck. It wasn't at nighttime. It was at noon in the middle of the day.
Whoa.
In the middle of the dude, I was falling asleep during the ceremony. Like, yeah. It was stupid hot. I was sweating. My tits were dripping. It was terrible. When I went and walked. And then so you sit in that heat, and that diploma's not even actually in the little folder. You get that in the mail. So I'm like, man, I did all this, and the diploma ain't even actually in here. Just a little booklet. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh my God, this shit was stupid. It was stupid hot. The people in the stands were probably fucking suffering too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Jeez.
My sister had a graduation like that in a fucking small school gym.
No, not a good AC in there?
No AC in there. They had the fucking doors open.
Damn.
And the night before, I had drank like some local dark beers. I think I had 6 or 7 of them.
You remember what the beer was?
And I threw up. Yeah, I had a couple of beers. One was Bell's Best Brown.
Ooh, okay.
And they're both Bell's. I don't remember what the other one was. If I saw it, I'd probably...
Back then, it's probably before Oberon came out.
No. Oberon's been around for fucking years.
Has it?
Oh, yeah. Oberon was popular when I was I don't want to say... Yeah, probably when I was a kid.
Okay. I didn't hit Bell's till maybe...
Not in a kid.
5 or 6 years ago. Definitely not when, like, all the way back, like when you're saying. Definitely wasn't all the way then.
My high school graduation was at Wings Stadium. Mm-hmm. 5,000
The
seat
Detroit
capacity.
Red Wings?
No. The Kalamazoo Wings.
Oh, wow.
No, they had
The Kalamazoo.
a hockey stadium there. 5,000 seat capacity.
Okay. Yeah. Was yours... You went to a big high school?
I went to a pretty decent.
How big was your graduating class?
My graduating class was a few hundred.
Mine was like 210, which is pretty small.
I think we were an A-size school, so we weren't like the biggest.
Because like a lot of the places out here, they have like at least like 500-600 in the graduating class.
Yeah.
Maybe not some of these country spots, but I don't know. I know
I met a lot of people on graduation day.
Dude, there was people. I was like, "Yo, I haven't seen you in years. Where the fuck? How are you? Where have you been? Like, this school is small as shit. There's only like 1,000 people in here."
Yeah, it's been hanging out in the shop.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I think there wasn't like an alternative school or something, but
yeah, we had that.
They were pretty hush about it too. It wasn't like something that was.
You're making us look bad. We need this funding. You're going to this third school because we had a Portage Northern and a Portage Central.
It was like little trade school. They'd be like learning a craft or whatever. But I was like, I don't remember that really being an option.
Criminals and burnouts and just people that they didn't want to spend tax. Well, they're still paying tax.
Some were just ugly.
Like, just keep them contained, so they're not like out there selling dope and shooting schools up.
But they weren't even that many criminals. Like where I went, it was like 98% white, 99% white, and it was like we were considered like the rich uppity school.
Yeah,
there was like it was really the lamest fucking high school ever. To be honest, there was rarely a fight. There was only a few fights.
Yeah, we only had a few fights. I kind of like that. I don't like when people fight. Honestly, it's
Well, I'm just
scary.
like
People
I
can die,
hear
don't do it.
stories like down here, like that shit was regular as fuck. Like people fighting in hallways and stuff. A lot of
Yeah.
people's high schools experiences are like that.
Look at these fucking high schools, man.
And I was like, I got in a fight in high school, and like it was like everyone in the whole school knew, because like this shit rarely happened. It happened. It happened in a church parking lot. Actually, there was a there was a basketball court in the church parking lot at this church. It wasn't a church that any of us went to, but it was just kind of like it was right there in
Thanks,
the middle of
Jesus.
town and stuff. And so we would go play basketball over there. And it wasn't even a fight. Like I was being aggressive. It was I was defending one of my friends. We had a kind of like a chubby friend, JD Childers, my homeboy back in the day, and this other guy. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to say his name, but he was basically bullying my friend, and at one point threw the basketball at him. I was like, I bet you won't throw that basketball at me. So then he threw it at me too. So then boom, we went and we're swinging in the fucking thing. Then I take him to the ground and I smack his head off the pavement one time.
Oof.
And then I get up and let it, and then I walk away. And so, and then he just stays there and chills, but he's like pissed. And everyone's kind of milling around. I just went and sat on the bench. And then he was still mad because I just owned him and smacked his head off the pavement one time real quick. But I didn't knock him out, but his head was bleeding a little bit. He was still mad, talking shit. And one of my other friends, Tim Young, he like egged him on. He's like, oh, well, you're still so mad. Go do something. He's right there. He's right there. So then he came over again while I was sitting down. He like did like an overhand swung. I ducked under it, like grazed the back of my head, spun him down to the ground again. And I got in that full mount. And I was just like, blew, 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 blew. Just beating his face in. And the one that my friend that egged him on, he was like, Del, chill. You know, they call me Del Negro. He was like, chill, Del, chill. Because I was just like, blah, 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 blah. It was, but it wasn't a fight that I initiated like out of aggressiveness.
Right. Fight came to you.
I just wasn't going to let him punk out my friend like that in front of everybody. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah. Well,
it wasn't like anything on some game. It was like some bully type, some straight up like bully stuff. Like he was trying to bully and impress us, I guess, or whatever, you know. And I was like, nah, fuck that. You fuck with the wrong one. You fuck with the wrong guy, not my friend. Or maybe he didn't think that there was, like I'm telling you, it was like the whitest place ever. Maybe he didn't think anybody would like step up and fight like that. Maybe he thought he was just gonna be able to bully. I was like, nope. Then we got in a fight again at another party.
Jesus.
Because he was still mad after that.
Round
3. And we were at a party at this one chick's house. I remember this black chick had a crush on me, and she was having, I think she wrote like a letter. No, at one point, she went to a different school, like a Catholic school. But like someone else that went to that same Catholic school also lived like right across the street from me. So she sent like a letter through to her, blah, blah, blah. At one point, I forget where we met. We met at like the football. I don't remember where the fuck we met. But then at that party, she was there and she was having like her friends come and talk to me and all this crazy stuff. But anyway, there was one point me and this other guy, we ended up in the basement. And I don't remember how it popped off then. I forget what was happening, but it was that. I don't even remember how that one started, but I do remember that time. It got broke up real quick, but he did get a hit. It was another one where, because I was always ducking punches, but this one, he caught another one, but he caught me like clean this time on the back of the head. And it did make me like black out for like a second. I didn't fall down to the ground or anything, but like oh shit. I got up and people got in the way and got in the middle of it right away. But I was still ready to go. I was just like, oh shit. And then he stood up because once he hit, because he didn't just keep going. He wasn't like, I swear we weren't even like really fighters. We were just like, I don't know, just young aggression. We weren't really fighters, like, because if he would have kept up the aggression right then, like I would have just been like bloom after that second of being blacked out. But he had let me get up and everything. And then when we were about to go again, people broke it up. But you get any fights in high school?
No, I've never been in a fight in my life.
Never been in a fight? Never knocked a nigga out?
Well, you know, I'll take that back. I can remember 2 instances with my brother Ryan. And I guess I've had like little boxing matches, just little I've had little spouts of aggression, and a lot of times I'll black out. But yeah. So one specific time I can remember, it was winter in Michigan where I grew up, and there's snow on the ground, and he's a big boy. He's always a lot bigger than me, and I was always not very big.
Oh yeah, because I've always been like the bigger kid, so it's got to be interesting looking at it from like a perspective of a
and I'm pretty
smaller
sure
person.
he's like north of 3 today. So
Okay. Ooh, so a real big boy.
yeah, same age.
Thick nation, thick
He's
boy
a
nation.
little bit, a little bit older than me, and he's on top of me, and there's really nothing I could do about it. But I had my hands free, so I just grabbed, like both hands, just grabbed handfuls of snow and like crushed it as tight as I could, and then just fucking bop in his fucking face. That was one time, but that
Was that
was
the end
like
of that? Was
one
that the
hit or
end of that
quitter.
instant?
Yeah, that was the end of that.
Like he knocked out, or he just gave up after
No,
that?
he might have cried. I don't remember really, but I don't remember anything like he was
might have
off
cried.
of me. I don't remember any.
How old was this again?
Well, I don't know. We were young. That was when we lived in the house on Newell's Lane. So that was the first house that we lived in together.
What year was that?
We moved in, and that was third grade, the middle of third grade. That happened. Changed schools. That fucking sucked. That probably impacted the rest of my life right there, honestly.
What? Change of schools was that traumatic
In the middle
for
of
you?
in the middle of the school year, yeah. Just that's like around that time.
Were you like depressed after that?
I definitely started getting anxious on a daily basis. Maybe not at that time, but certainly a few years later. By the time we had moved to East Melody, I definitely like had a problem going to the bathroom at school,
Just even peeing?
and then like I've had IBS since then, irritable bowel syndrome. Cause like I couldn't eat breakfast anymore. It would fuck my stomach up.
Do you still not eat breakfast?
A lot of times I don't. Yeah.
Damn. Breakfast food is you like
Like
breakfast food though?
it doesn't fuck me up that much now. I have a little bit better hold on it, but
Breakfast food's some of my favorite foods.
like I didn't smoke any weed till I was 19.
Sausage, hash
So
browns. Oh shit! Yeah, you were a late bloomer on the marijuana.
yeah, I was
And then even
anti-marijuana for
when
a
did
long
you start
time,
smoking
even though,
regular?
Like, growing up, my best friend Matt he's always been a pothead, and I've always like kind of known it. So it's kind of weird that I was like so against it, but at the same time, my best bud was this kid that just fucking used it, which probably wasn't a good thing that he was using it so young, honestly.
Here in
But-
Georgia?
No, Matt Pear
Oh.
in Michigan, like since he was 8.
How is he? He's younger than you?
Slightly.
Okay.
His birthday is November 13th.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
coming up quick.
So I'm just giving out all of his personal information. You want his address? Phone number?
Let me get the social too.
Yeah, that's the one. I
was thinking about getting a jet ski.
I don't know that one.
I was thinking about
I don't
getting a
know
jet ski,
the
so I need a social. Open up a credit card.
Or
real
just
quick.
ask him.
Oh yeah. I just gotta fill out some paperwork from the wedding. He'd be like, oh, I don't know why, but okay. Boom. We go to the lake before the weather's turning, but we got a little bit of time left. We'll go jet ski.
Yeah, I don't know where he's working now, but he just sent me a picture of him in like a vest. Maybe he looked like he might have been on a tarmac, maybe working for the airport. I don't remember him saying anything about that, but he had his hair all slicked back, so his coworkers call him the Fonz when he does that.
Could you ever work at the airport? I couldn't ever see myself working at the airport.
might.
Not like that.
I
I think
don't
I'm
want to
better
work
than
at
it.
fucking Hartsfield.
Not that I think I'm better than it. I just like I don't think I could ever see myself working at the airport.
I don't know.
I guess
work
I've
at a
never
smaller
lived
one.
close enough to an airport, or at least a major airport, that was like worth working at. Maybe so it was never an option. So I
Right.
never
If
thought
I lived
about
in
it.
Atlanta, I'd do it.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I'm like, I was just thinking, like, I never even thought of that shit. TSA, ugh.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with
Ugh.
that. I've heard too many people who don't live in the States. Like, they don't even make us take our shoes off anymore.
I take my shoes off. I just went to Austin, Texas last month.
Really?
I had to take my shoes off both times.
Ah.
And then the
I
one
guess
time,
just not every airport then.
you know, the one now where you just like put your hands up like this and it like spins around.
Yeah, the body scanner.
I didn't know that you weren't supposed to move.
Yeah, you can't move.
Oh, so I was fucking around, and I was like, woo. But I didn't know you weren't supposed to move. I thought I was just being like silly, and like the people that were on the trip with me. So I was just being silly. I was definitely still drunk from the night before. It was super early in the morning, and we had went out. And
Sure, TSA
like
loved
2 or
that.
3. So I was
Probably
definitely
super nice to you.
So he was like, oh, so since you want to be funny in there, now I got to pat you down. He's like, do you want to go into the other room? I was like, nah, go ahead, do what you got to do. I was like, fuck, he got me. And everybody was looking at me just like, what the fuck? So I just be doing silly shit like that. But I didn't think it would be that big a deal. I was like, it should still scam me. I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? I am in here.
Nah, it's like taking picture on top of picture. So if you're moving, it's like trying to take a panoramic shot or anything like that.
Whatever. They need to get over themselves. They know I didn't have anything. I was in shorts and a t-shirt. Like, come on.
Well,
I travel comfy as fuck. Shorts, t-shirt, slides. As soon as I get on the plane, just took my head back. And as soon as we take off, we get about, where we level off. Boom, sleep, and I sleep. And then I'll naturally feel when we're descending, I'll naturally start waking up as soon as we start descending. But that's probably because I got sleep apnea and can't get to deep sleep. So I just wake up I can notice that slight altitude change. I might get some miles in today, though. Depending on how much time we've got after this. What time we got? Let's see here. Yeah, I should have.
we're doing all right.
Anything else you want to go over before we wrap it up today?
No, I think we just about covered it for this week.
This week, episode 2, Pelican Jack podcast. Feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. I think we'll have some sponsors next week.
Maybe.
Some sponsors in the
Possibly.
works, maybe. So we're working on that, ironing those details out. Hopefully, let's see, next Thursday. Hopefully I'll either be able to have a stand-up experience story to tell next week, or at least have it scheduled by then to tell people to come out. So that'll be nice. That'll
Awesome.
be cool.
Yeah.
But anything else you got going on or want to plug?
Yeah, just working on this demo. I'll let you know when it's available. I might hit some open mics myself pretty soon. Well, actually, no. I broke my acoustic guitar, so I'm not going to do that. But if I can get my band back together,
Do you want to
months.
are you going to do like a lead up, like a traditional, like release a single or two before the project, or just drop the project?
I'll probably just drop the whole thing.
Okay. Cool.
It's not going to be anything great. I'm doing this all myself in my home studio, so it's but it should be all right as long as I do a good recording. I can do a decent mix, and it'll be decent.
Okay, we'll be on the lookout for that.
It should be fine.
All right, all you fucking Pelican Jacks out there, we will catch you next week.
And if you need to get a hold of us, where can they do that?
Oh, pelicanjackpodcast@gmail.com. Any critiques, any ideas, any silly pictures, any fan mail, art.
You got a story you want to tell us? You got something you want us to debate?
We'll probably go over the origin of the Pelican, what the Pelican Jack is in the next episode.
Yeah,
that might be what we
touch
do.
that.
So, all right, motherfuckers. We'll catch you later.
Peace.